Mike White. Mike White is with us, the head basketball coach. Good to see you, Coach. Thanks for coming by.
Thanks for having me. Exciting day here.
What time did your head hit pillow last night?
Oh, wow. I don't know. It's been a blur.
Did you look at the game again?
Yes. Clipped the game on the flight home.
Okay.
Yeah, it was about an hour and 20-minute flight, if I'm not mistaken, so I barely finished clipping it as we landed. Dropped an assistant at his house on the way home, and sat there and visited with Kira, and we caught up. We hadn't seen each other, but about a week.
Yeah.
With because we were on the road there at Wake and at Ohio State, and then woke up to some Zooms here. We're doing some portal Zooms, juggling a bunch of things. Really crazy time of year.
So take the elation of the win out. When you look at the film of that game last night as quickly as you did,
sure.
What were your thoughts?
Great question. Didn't realize the significance of the run that they made. I didn't realize we were up 14. I knew we went up double figures. Was it 10? Was it 12? And you're in the heat of the game. They went on a huge run. So the response that we made down the stretch to finish was enormous. It got really, really loud in there. I mean, really loud, comparable to 4 or 5 spots in our league this year. And you give that Coach Diebler and the administration credit. NIT run, new coach. Late March 26th to have the crowd that they had, it was a huge factor. Noah Thomason makes a huge shot. We gave up a couple costly threes, switching from zone to man a little bit ineffectively. Took a little bit of too much time to get matched. Had a couple ball screen coverages that led to dunks that we kind of messed up. Other than that, though, we played really, really hard.
So you grade players. Do you grade yourself when you're watching it that quickly?
Oh, absolutely.
So like timeout. Should I?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So how did you come out? How did you come out last night?
C-. No. We did some good things. Do you take one a little bit earlier in that run? Do you not? We had one left there really late. Do you take it to set your defense? He had one left. You ask yourself all these type questions. Early in the game, we didn't get as much movement as we did later in the game. Should we have run some more passing game type stuff where we're screening off the ball just to move them because their defense was really good when we were stagnant. They're really good, a one-on-one defensive team, but when we moved them, we got better stuff.
Mike White is here with us, Georgia's head basketball coach. You talked about it being a crazy morning, portal stuff. How are you doing with all that right now? Because you have to be like a GM and a coach at the same time, right?
That's it. You're evaluating your roster. You're getting ready for practice tomorrow, but then you got to keep all options open because you don't know which one of our guys might jump in, which guys stay. So you're recruiting all positions, just not really knowing, just trying to work it.
Do you like the idea that the Monday after the selection, it opens up again, or are you beyond even talking about it, discussing it, being pissed off about it? Like, are you beyond that yet, or is it just?
I'm always just been a guy like, just tell us what the rules are, and let's all just follow the rules. That's it. And if these are what the rules are. Currently, we're just going to do the best we can. It's not ideal for certain programs. It's probably begged for by other programs that are ready to get after it. We're kind of obviously, if we had already lost, I'd be all for it. My answer would be different, right? And, these teams that are playing in the Sweet 16 in the other tournament, they wish it was probably a later date. But it's not about, one level or one program. It's about what's best for Division I basketball.
Have you had a moment where you didn't know the kid was in the portal or entering the portal, one of your own? Like, how does that how's it supposed to play out?
Well, I think for the most part,
is he supposed to come to you, or is he not?
Not necessarily. Doesn't need to. I think that hasn't happened to me yet. I'm sure it'll happen, in the future at some point. It's happened to others, to where you kind of get blindsided. But I don't see that coming with this group. And I think that we've got good enough relationships where, hey, coach, I want to explore my options. I want to jump on the board. Well, then that's what you need to do. That's it. It's all about what's best for these young people, and if you want to explore your options and you think you have a better fit somewhere else, then I want you to do that. And then we're going to find someone who's really excited about being here. So all that will play itself out.
Ad nauseum, I'm sure you've discussed it. We've discussed it over the years. But how do you keep all of the talent in the state of Georgia? How do you keep them here?
You try to get the best players possible. If they happen to be from Georgia, great. It's extra credit, really. I mean, it's about winning. I think if we were heading to the Sweet 16 this weekend and we didn't have one player from Georgia, I think our fan base would be going crazy, right? I would be. Now, that said, there are a lot of good players in Georgia, and we have an inherent advantage, of course. We've got one on campus right now from Georgia, and we'll continue to recruit this state. And I think that we're creating some excitement, just prolonging this season, get the NIT Final Four for some of these Georgia kids that feel like we've got some momentum.
So you have way too much stuff. This is, I don't want to call it just a sports talk stuff, but I think it's a bar. I think it's a conversation you have if you're a man of a certain age, woman of a certain age, and you root for things. 4 teams from the state of Alabama are in. Creighton has made the Sweet 16 3 of the last 4 years. To not have a team from the state of Georgia in the NCAA tournament it's mind-boggling to us when we talk about the amount of talent in the state.
Yeah.
Not that I don't know if you think about it that way. I guess I'll ask you. But if you hear that, what's your initial thought to hearing that?
It is surprising. It is. You can't dodge that. I'm not worried about the other programs in the state. I'm worried about us getting better and building and trying to get there. And I think we'll get there. I know we'll get there. We'll get there. Whether it happens next year or the year after, we're going to get there. Georgia's going to get back there, and then we're going to maintain it. We're going to sustain it. But yeah, why do you believe that?
I know it's part of the job. Why do you emphatically believe that?
I believe in myself. I believe in our staff. I believe in this athletic department. Jerry Moorhead, Josh Brooks. What do you need? Men's basketball is super important to us. You need to go to Italy? Okay, we'll make it happen. You need a new weight room? Okay. You need to bring in the best weight coach in the country? Is this what it's going to take to pay? Okay. We're committed to doing it here. That along with the recruiting base, that along with the rejuvenated environment in the Steg, which was rocking this year. We didn't do everything we needed to do. I'll grade myself there, right? To your earlier point. But we hold on to a couple of those leads. Now the momentum that we have right now would even be more significant. We're going to get there.
Is it kind of like learning to crawl before you walk? You're playing in the close games. Now we need to learn how to close out the close games.
Yeah, we just did 2 in a row on the road.
Sure.
ACC game with ACC refs, Big Ten game with Big Ten refs. Tons of adversity, and you find a way. Better late than never. Wish it was a little bit earlier, but again, we might be in that other tournament. We're up 17-2 on Bama. We got a significant lead on Tennessee. And these teams, could beat anybody in the country. So we said it in the fall. It was hard to it was hard to. Are we going to get over the hump this year or not? I don't know, but I know we're going to be a lot more competitive. I know we're going to play some high-level opponents in tight games, and we did, and we won some. We didn't win enough.
What does it say about the attitude of this team? You're shorthanded, and this team is winning close games in the NIT, and a lot of teams didn't want to even be in this tournament, it seemed, but your team has embraced it.
Yeah, a few. I think a lot of people are proud to be in it, and we certainly are, but. Yeah, we're here. Let's compete. It's more opportunity. Let's play with gratitude. How many young people in the world wish they were in our guys' shoes? And we got some high-character kids on the court, off the court. They're competing. They love playing with one another and representing the G.
What do you think of the AAU world? Because we've talked to a lot of college coaches over the years. And, we've been together over 25 years. Not that you care or know that, but we've gone to Final Fours and we've talked to a lot of coaches over the years. Yeah. Our greatest atmosphere on the road, more so than the Super Bowl, was the Final Four because college coaches, they start out as high school typing teachers. They coach the JV soccer team because they picked up $3,000 extra bucks. The stories are amazing. But a lot of what we heard was the AAU culture. When you're playing 4 games a day, nobody cares if they win or lose, and you almost have to get people, as talented as they are, back to the mindset of we're only playing one. And we got to win because winning matters.
Sure.
Do you believe that any of that AAU conversation, can you get past it? Is it true in your opinion?
Well, I don't think it's specific to AAU. And now it's the portal. So now it's Division I. It's Division II, it's Division III, it's NAIA, and it's high schools. We recruit high school kids that are on their 3rd or 4th high school. So it's just changing landscape. You adapt or you're done. So these kids, and I don't blame them. There's a chance for these kids in college basketball, high school basketball now to benefit at a high level financially. And then when you have a kid in the SEC who's got the talent and the upside, and he has a few huge games against some of the best teams. Now all of a sudden you're on the NBA draft board, which is life-changing. And so, it's what it is, and we want to win, certainly. And to do that, you got to get high-level talent, and you want to target the high-level talent that also values winning, to a certain extent.
Does it bother, do you need to see, not for because it's, let's put on an act for the coach, but do you know when guys are upset not winning, and is that a culture? I guess it's a culture question. Do you have to build a culture where you go, you got to want to go get it? Tonight we didn't, but what are you going to do about it for next Tuesday?
Definitely. You want to have strong enough relationships and have high enough character guys and guys you targeted and guys that are bought into what you're saying to where they can buy into the fact that you can get yours and I can get mine and he can get his and we can win.
Okay.
But we can't say, hey, I want to win on my terms. No, let's win on our terms, and then we'll all win individually.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you coming by. Congratulations on the run, and hopefully you finish it off there at the Butler Fieldhouse. Now,
do you know this guy, the guy that's on the road with you? First of all, if you're going to 10 words or less, what do you think about?
Road dog, that's 2.
Yeah.
Road dog, I'm at 4. Take the easy way out.
No.
High energy stud. He's the best.
Okay, you're not going to think that in a second.
Okay.
Ask him what movie he's never seen.
If he says Hoosiers, I'm done. He's not going on the trip.
Boom.
Well, you're not allowed.
I guess you're not going, Road Dog.
Boom.
Yeah.
He's never seen Hoosiers. He's got to watch that movie before he makes the trip with you, right?
You're not allowed.
I think it's
on the
too
bus.
late.
Yeah,
I think it's too late.
Yeah, I want a book report.
There you go.
Do you know what you were asking
before we get on the plane?
It's not good enough for you to just say you saw the movie.
But you were asking about it last night, and I was the one that told you that it was the 70-year, or confirmed for you that it was the 70-year anniversary.
Do you know what he asked us?
And the Gene Hackman's going to be there.
Do you know what he asked us? He thought the Norman Dale character was going to be there. I said, well, that would be amazing because he's either coming up out of the ground or he found a time machine.
He actually said that to me on the plane last night. So now do I have 2 words less?
Yes.
Bad info.
Yeah.
So anyway, now you have to watch the movie and provide a report for Mike White.
You know what you should make him do? He should get out the tape measure. He has no idea what that means, but you should make him get out the tape measure in front of the team.
It's awesome.
He does not even know what that means right now.
We're doing it when we get there.
He doesn't know anything about that.
Educate him. He's going to know whether he wants to.
I'm going to give him an F.
Coach, good to see you. Appreciate you coming.
Thanks, guys.
Best of luck in Indianapolis.
Thank you.
Coach Mike White is with us.